Not everyone gets to stay inside the community. And there's a powerful reason why this is. See, we're building something bigger than a group, and this is an energetic ecosystem. And in the last week, the AI $1 Million Manifestation Challenge and the Skool community, we hit a new level of clarity. And part of the evolution, part of my own experience and what I'm sharing with you here is actually raising the standard, even if it means removing people. And I want to share with you because it taught me and it reminded me what just happened in the community. It reminded me about leadership, identity, and about creation. So I'm going to talk and I'm going to share, and it's totally updated from where we are right now in the AI $1 Million Manifestation Challenge. I got notes on my desk. I'm going to talk from those, and I'm just going to share from my heart and from what happened. All right? So this is especially for you if you're a community owner, Skool community owner, if you are a creator, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to manifest better things in your reality, in your life. And it's a lot about leadership. So we're going to go through a quick celebration. We're going to talk about consistency, going to talk about energy. Both are rising in the community. And also what happened for the people who actually did what they came to do, because they had identity shifts happening in days. And I'm going to share a couple of short examples from that. And also, what I experienced is that I call it the beta tester, and we had 3 people. 2 went through the first week, and then the next people that I've taken in, we call it the founder rounds. I'm going to talk a little bit about that too and why it's working so powerful. One of the things, I've been working with manifestation. I've been an entrepreneur for all of my life. One of the things that came to me and the whole idea of this experiment that we are doing is that AI becomes a mirror. And I'm going to share a couple of things about that too. Which means that with the trainings, with the videos, with the small, it's actually just a few minutes every day, but exercises that together with this and with AI, have seen to be very powerful. So for me, what I began to really, I hoped this, I had a feeling about this, I had an idea. You can watch my videos earlier on the channel, and we're still in the beginning. This is the beginning. I had an idea that this is going to be more than a course, and it is more than a course. This is kind of an experiment, but at the same time, the word that has come to me sometimes now is a movement. So I'm going to go through these things with you. So if you're a community owner, some of these things that I share now, you might have different ways of seeing this. That's totally okay. I'm sharing from my part here, from my observations, and also from my whole life of leadership. So first of all, I removed people, and I celebrated in Skool and Skool communities that we just passed 50 members in the community, and I was happy about it, and especially happy because there's been no sales stuff, no DMs, no pushing anything. I've shared with videos and I've engaged in communities, and I was very happy about that. And I realized something from the experience. I realized something, that I was happy that we were growing, but at the same time, I also had the energy that it wasn't totally on. So I had to think about it. I had to reflect on this these past days. And there's 2 things here. So there's the community, and I have been removing some people, so we are actually maybe even lower than 50 now. And I'm going to share with you why. And I'm also, like I said, I had to just stop for a minute and was like, okay, I just celebrated we are more than 50, and now I'm actually maybe even taking it down to less than 50. So that's in the community. And then also for the 21 days, I also had to remove people who signed up, even though for now it's free, people who signed up and committed to actually doing the process. I had to remove someone from that challenge, and I'm going to share with you why. So what I learned, and this comes back to, I had a team with 500 people in it some years ago. I had my own business with 60 people in it. I've been coaching high-level entrepreneurs for many years, people with big teams. And one of the things that, or some of the things, I hope you can use this, some of the things that really came to me is that low commitment energy spreads fast. So passive people, it's okay people are passive, it's okay people, they maybe watch in silence and all of these things. But the fact is, if we want to create a high-level community, it has to be the people that wants that. And if we don't protect that energy, and I've recently seen it in a couple of other communities where it's pretty obviously that it wasn't protected, the energy. There was a lot of spams, a lot of bots, a lot of links and things like that to other communities, and that doesn't feel good as a member. So I had to remove, just today also, I saw one person who came in, who told that it was awesome what we were doing, and then posted something that was not aligned with the community. It wasn't about growing in the community. It was about the person who wanted to promote what the person was doing. But this kind of energy lowers the energy in the community. And I've seen this in businesses. When I had the 500 people, it was in coffee shops. And I saw it clearly. If there was a shop that wasn't functioning very well, I could go into that shop and I could see, and I could pretty fast figure out, okay, who is destroying this? There was one or two people in the team who or maybe more, if it had taken on for some time, that wasn't really doing a great job. Actually, in the other direction than a great job. And if we take it a little bit higher here, what I could also see and learned after some years was that if I looked at the shops, and this comes to being a community owner or an entrepreneur, if I looked at the shops, some were performing really good on the numbers, but also on the guest reviews. How were guests perceiving their experience in the coffee shop? One thing came clear to me, that the coffee shop was not better than the leader was. The coffee shop was not better than the leader was. So if I had bad people running the coffee shop would never be really good. If I had a good person, a good manager running the coffee shop would be good. It's pretty simple, right? Maybe, I don't know if this goes for every country, but at least in my country, there's this, like, if you have one rotten apple in a bag, and I just had that from my mom's garden recently, one rotten apple, it creates silent drag. And it spreads pretty fast. And the people that actually want to do good in a team or in a community, if it's not protected, this energy, they will not perform their best. They will drag them down. And that's one thing, but they might not come and tell you as a leader, as an entrepreneur, as a community owner, they might not come and tell you that this is not so good. And again, like I said, this is about what is it that you want to do with your community? What are the standards that you want in your community or in your team if you're an entrepreneur? If we have people in our team that doesn't align with the values that we have, that doesn't align with the vision that we have, they're gonna make it. It's kind of like that example with the speeder and the brake. It's gonna be like having the brake down. Whenever you come and introduce something great, they go nah, which means it's gonna drag you and it's gonna drag the rest of the people in the team too. Makes sense? So communities rise, or teams rise or fall based on the lowest standard, not the highest intention. Can have very great people, but if you have one or two great people in a team or a community and you have like someone very bad putting in rotten stuff, negative, or putting in self-promoting stuff and all of these things, what will happen is that these will have to try to get all of up, but it's going to be too tough. So it's going to lower the standards in the community or in your team. So what I went through is that we protect the container by protecting the energy, not the numbers. And this is so much about manifestation. So I'm going to say that again. If you're a community owner, just take a note of this. If you got a team, if you're an entrepreneur, take a note of this. And if it's yourself as a leader, as a person, you're sitting there and listening now, take a note also, because it could also be yourself. We protect the container by protecting the energy, not the numbers. Meaning, as I said, I could have neglected, and I said, whoa, I want to make 100 members in the community now. I do. I want it to grow, but I want the right people in there. I want the people who are committed to manifestation, who are committed to this challenge, who are committed to being better leaders and community owners. I want those people, and I more want those people than the 100. Makes sense? So maybe think about that. Like I said, if you're a community owner, think about that. If you are an entrepreneur, it's the same thing. Same thing. And then it came to my mind, gym owners. You know, people who own a gym. They get paid by how many members they got. Each member pay monthly, and I think this is all over the world that we say, okay, you have bought a membership to the gym, but you only came there on the first couple of days in January after your New Year's resolution. And the gym owner is probably okay with that because it's their money machine, right? So as long as there are members in the gym, if 50% is paying but not showing up and there are members in the gym, okay, they got a business and they can take more in like this because people don't show up. So there's a lot of space in the gym still. I don't know, but I don't think they complain about this. But, and this is what I am thinking about. I don't have a paid community. It might evolve like this. I have an idea it will. So I'm going to say yet. But the thing is, my belief is this is the foundation that we are creating in the community right now. And again, I hope you can use this. So this is a foundation. If you're creating your own community, think about wherever you're on your journey as a foundation. You're building the solid foundation. And the more solid it is, the better the people are in there, the more committed they are, the more aligned they are with what you're doing, the better the community will be. And this is not about you lowering yourself. It's about you being you. It's about me being me. It's about wherever you are on your path being you. And the right people will follow. And again, if we let the ones who are not aligned with that loose, if we cut them loose, not as a punishment, but as a protection for the community or the team. The average of the community or the team will be higher, right? So that was the gym example here. And I also actually came with this thought, because what happens if we speak about manifestation? I heard someone talking about that this is very much about sitting and just wishing everything will work out and all is good and things like that. And there's a big part of that I believe is very true. Same thing as a leader in a business. But there's one thing that comes with this also, and that is being a leader. And a leader can be many things, but when we speak about in a community, when we speak about running a business, leadership isn't about pleasing everyone. Leadership isn't about pleasing everyone. Leadership is about showing up and have some, I don't know if rules are the right word, but at least some values, some things that are expected, especially if we take it further into a challenge or take it further into something where people really need to do something to get a result. If we as leaders just let it go by and we don't hold people to their standards, are we leaders then? And I'm not talking about being harsh, I'm not talking about punishment or anything, no. Not at all. Does this make sense? And by the way, you're more than welcome to give your examples as long as it's in a good vibe. For me, this is very much about being protective about the people coming into the community. And at the same time, for the challenge that we are doing, the AI $1 Million Manifestation Challenge, because I've seen so powerful things, I've decided that only let a few people in. This is for free now also, but only let a few people in so I can follow them. And I've taken people out of that too, because even though they committed, they didn't show up. That's either me as a leader who's lowering my standard and say that's okay, or if they want to expand, evolve, they'll have to grow. Make sense? It's not me who are lowering myself to go down to their level. They'll have to make a decision. And it's not like doing 200 push-ups a day. It's a small video, it's some reflection, but this is the growth. So, what this means for us. The community now, it's for creators, school owners, school community owners, entrepreneurs, conscious entrepreneurs who shows up. Not perfectly, it's not about that. Not loudly, it's not about that. But daily, shows up. And also the community now is more and more removing low commitment energy, because it strengthens the container. This is how we ensure momentum, safety, and acceleration. And this is exactly why, and some people may think this is a bit strange, but this is why what I have been doing with the challenge, which is we just launched week 2, so the first 2 people are going through week 2 now. I only take 2 or 3 people in at a time. You'll see that if you go to the landing page, and the link is below this video if you want to check it out. You're more than welcome, but make sure you fit into what I'm saying here. This is a life-changing experience. And so I want to make sure that the people who enters, that I can follow them. So I'm not taking 10 people in, I'm taking 2 or 3 people in. And for the people who join, also this is for the community, this video. So your consistency creates your transformation. It's not your desire. It's your consistency. And this doesn't have to be the 200 push-ups or pull-ups a day or anything. I called it micro action in a comment the other day. It's micro actions. And let it just... So I'm going to share a couple of the people who went through some of the words that they shared with me, and also what we're doing. So this is a very soft invitation. If you want to check it out, if you want to join us, we are building a high integrity ecosystem in Skool. And for anyone who feel the call to join the AI $1 Million Manifestation Challenge, they're welcome to join the community and to join the challenge. They're also welcome. Again, this isn't for everyone, and that's the point here. But for the ones who feel the resonance, this can change everything. I've seen it now. And if you want to be a part of the community, again, just check it out. Just check it out. But feel if this is right for you. Also, I'm just going to find, because I had, let me see where it is. I had some great words here. I think we got it here. Let me just check. I had some great words from the first people who went through the first week. And they were actually asking me, when are you launching? I want it to happen now. Week number 2. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah. Here are I took some of the words they took out. One person said, everything clarified. And these are experienced people. One is an experienced, my age, around the 50s, entrepreneur. Everything clarified. Worked smoother, new collaborators. Presence, peace, no restlessness. Energy high, clarity high. I operate from where I want to be. And one said, a gifted physicist like feels guided. And one said, AI coach experience feels really real. So this is what happens. This is what happens. Just 1 week. All right. So that's an update. I hope you found something that you can use in this. And if you're a member of the community, it's also an invitation to reflect. And if you want to join the challenge, I'll make sure there's a link below in the community where you can join it. And if you want to join the community, there's a link below this video on YouTube. All right. See you in the next one. Lots of love from Michael.